Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching Really Dicey. This is Manny.
And I'm Matt.
And today we're going to talk about our top 6 plus 1 favorite Kickstarters going on in November 2021. So, Matt, what is your first pick?
Roaches.
What?
Roaches. Yes. I have a book called Reach of the Roach God. Yes.
Okay. I thought we were doing a wrong type of video.
Wrong video. Look, roaches. No. Okay. No. Reach of the Roach God is a beautifully illustrated hardcover book detailing an underground setting based on the mythology of Southeast Asia. It's really creepy. If you watch the intro video, it's really creepy. It gives you a good idea. So the book has 3 adventures in it, filled with maps, monsters, and mysteries, right? You have several complex subterranean cultures that the players can interact with. This book is system neutral, so there's no system at all, so you can plug it into whatever you're playing. It would go great in an OSR game and a 5th edition game, or even something like Big Eye Small Mouth. It would be great. It would make a great kind of spooky anime game. So this project is fully funded, and I like this a lot. There is a preview available on Kickstarter, so you can go there and check out a preview of the project to see if you like it. So.
Oh yeah, that sounds roaches is not one of my favorite insects, definitely. But that sounds really interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it is. It's nice to see something different. And for me, here in the United States, Southeast Asia is different.
All right. So I love the fact that box sets are slowly coming back. So Mothership, which I'm sure you've heard of as well, they're coming out with a 1st edition box set, and it has I'm really excited about it because it has everything. So Mothership is something I'm not that familiar with, but I've heard so many good things about it. I know it's won many awards that I wanted to just get my hands on. Any horror and science fiction has always fascinated me, and I just didn't know really where to start in my collection for it. But this has everything. It has the player survival guide, the warden's operation manual, all the books, all the adventures that you would need to start playing this. And there's different types of boxes. There's the first box set that they have that has all the rule books and some adventures, and then they have a much grander one which has everything, all sorts of accessories for your game. So yeah, also they clean up the rules a little bit. The classes are a little bit more balanced, so that this is just the perfect time to get this.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm really excited by it. It's got a really 80s vibe. The video on the Kickstarter is all scratchy VHS and 80s video games, lots of lines and dots and things.
Yeah.
And I haven't played it, but the system looks like kind of an old school percentile system.
Yeah.
So it's got that old school vibe, but it's also using percentile dice, which really percentile dice really gel well with a science fiction game for me because percentages or statistics. Anyway, it looks really cool. Yeah. So next on my list is a game called Red Giant. So this is a game set in a cursed world inhabited by newly awakened beings of ancient horror.
Wow.
It's a game inspired by anime like Vampire Hunter D and Castlevania. So it's got a rules light system that says focuses on narration and combat. And it's like those, again, the 80s and 90s, those really weird, hard, heavy metal sort of animes. They mention Berserker and Claymore, which I must admit I haven't seen. But
I've seen some of Claymore. Yeah, Claymore's great. Claymore's a great anime.
Cool. So this project is also fully funded. It's available in several formats. You can get it in PDF, softcover and hardcover. All of them are animated in full color, though full color includes a lot of black and blood. But so in a full color manga style. And again, on the site, there is the Kickstarter rule set available for download. So you can check it out before you spend money on it. So,
oh, that's awesome.
If that's your sort of thing, if you like Vampire Hunter D in Castlevania, then you should check this out.
Okay, I've been thinking about trying to set up a game around that, but I just couldn't find the system yet to work. And maybe that sounds just right up my alley.
Well, they want to be they say they're looking to be the de facto system for this sort of game. So they're really trying to narrow in, again, and on this kind of OSR anime niche. So we'll see how they do. It looks pretty good.
All right. So we reviewed Morkborg a few months ago, and we talked about how bleak yet wonderful and chaotic and beautiful that system is. And for those of you that don't know, it's the idea. It's a rules-light system, and the idea is that you're in some sort of a Dark Ages medieval era, and the world's just ending, and you gotta survive as best as you can. But now the creators behind that are coming up with Cyborg, which I love that they made that into a pun. But yeah,
the world's never so bad that you can't make a pun. Yeah.
This is the cyberpunk version of Morkborg, pretty much. It's almost the same thing, same layout, same style, but the art is just as beautiful. It's 160 pages. Look how they describe this book. The Hearsayers that force Morkborg upon this dying world present the hardwire, deck hacking, brick drawing spinoff. And that's the type of language you'll see throughout the whole book, and that's why I'm really excited about this. I'm really glad. I like Morkborg a lot, but I can only do medieval fantasy for so long, and it's good to have I'm glad that there's a cyberpunk version of this, so I could terrify my players.
There you go. All right. So what have we had so far? We had Roach Gods, and we have Killer Death Anime, and then we have Cyberpunk Craptastic Horror World. Well, I've got them all beat. This next one is just one of the weirdest things I've seen. It's called Shanty Hunters.
Sounds piratey.
It is kind of piratey, yes. So the PCs are all 19th century scholars and sailors traveling the oceans, collecting and preserving sea shanties. So as the game includes a little bit of history. So it takes place in 1880. And at that time, steam was replacing sail. And a lot of the sea shanties, which were used by the sailors to keep their rhythm and pass the time and everything, were dying out because they just didn't fit in steam ships. It wasn't the same sort of environment. And instead of everybody on the deck, pulling ropes and everything, there were a couple of people down in the hole shoveling coal, and that didn't really lend itself to sea shanties. So the sea shanties are dying out, and you're trying to collect them and preserve them. What a fun little game. Unfortunately,
I knew there was a twist coming.
Yes. Unfortunately, there is a wicked spirit. That's exactly how it's described. A wicked spirit that does not want the sea shanties to fall into the hands of landlubbers. So every session, the PCs will document the different shanty that'll be out on boats, writing them down and everything. And then they will be harassed in some way by the wicked spirit in some manner that is based on the shanty that they're trying to collect. So if you're collecting a sea shanty about how a mermaid enchanted the whole crew of the ship and they all died and then the derelict floated in the port, you'd better watch out for mermaids.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very odd game. The game is very collaborative. It uses the gumshoe system, if you're familiar with the gumshoe system. And yep, so it encourages players to collectively define the wicked spirit. And then it also provides samples. So it is a specific entity. It's just that it doesn't need to be defined for the game. You define it with the players. The book includes extensive information on sailing and life at sea and weather and a little bit of 1880s history. It doesn't assume any knowledge on the part of the players. You have sample NPCs, sample ports, things like that. It includes a songbook with 17 sea shanties, and it encourages singing at the table.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
So you get the whole table to sing the shanty. Shanties are very easy to learn, very easy to sing. That was kind of the whole point of them. Again, so it's a very odd game, and you might be thinking, how the heck does that work? Kickstarter will tell you. On the Kickstarter page, there are sample chapters you can check out. There are links to online videos of actual play, so you can watch people play this ridiculous game and see how it works. And there are a bunch of podcasts with the author where he talks about it. This project is fully funded, and it's just one of the strangest, most intriguing things I've seen in quite a while.
Well, that's awesome.
I don't even know how to describe that. Investigative sea shanty monster fighting historical something.
It's definitely different.
Definitely different. And like I said, I love the fact that they give you such a chance to check it out, because it might be too different for some people. So anyway, there you go. That's cool. Yeah.
So my last recommendation. Do you remember Sliders for the TV show?
Yes, I remember Sliders. Yeah.
I'm a sucker for, like, I love time travel and I love parallel Earth stories or alternate Earth stories.
Sure.
I don't know, just something about the ideas of what if always intrigued me. So Fluxfall Horizon by Dave Tomavor is a very interesting, intriguing project, at least for me. It uses power by the apocalypse system. So it's again, if you're familiar with it, it's a very easy to learn system. You get to have 5 factions. Each of them have 10 play sheets they can use. So it's very quick to get into. What intrigues me the most about this project is that there's a parallel Earth generator, and the possible combinations are 479,830,528.
Well, that'll keep you busy.
So yeah, the idea of Fluxfall Horizon is that the company has made technology to travel to parallel Earths, but it's causing problems with the continuum. So you have to go and fix whatever the problem is. But it allows you that, as well as, even though your party may have main goals to fix whatever needs to be fixed and explore these new parallel Earths, everyone has, some characters have secret objectives, so, and if you fulfill them, when you play again, before you play, you get more experience, help level up your character. It's sounds really cool, very intriguing project. Fluxfall Horizon, it definitely has my attention, at least on this Earth. Yeah. I don't know about the other versions of
it. Alternate you absolutely hated it, but the Manny with the goatee, the evil Manny, the mirror universe.
Or is he the good one? Dun, dun, dun. So Matt, before we wrap up, do you have any dice to recommend? I know you're really good about that.
I do. You did kind of drop me in it, saying it was a +1. So here we go, +1. Metal Prisoner Cage dice, they're called. They are very striking metal dice. Let's see if I can describe this. Well, you'll put up a picture. They're hollow, so you can look through them. And they look kind of like cages or maybe spider webs. So they come in, so far there's 3 sets, full sets, 7 dice, the full RPG spread. There's 3 more to be unlocked. Project is about 50% funded, and there's about 2 weeks to go. I should also say that the dice are very readable. As I've mentioned before, the dice have to be readable.
Yeah.
I don't care how clever and pretty they are. The first thing they have to do is tell me what number I rolled. So, but these are really nice. They've got a good science fiction vibe, a little bit of a horror, vibe. Some of them, they would actually work really well. Well, 2 of them would work really well for Mothership. They actually would go with that, and that cyborg. They would fit in that too. Very nice. Yeah. So check it out. Metal Prisoner Cage Dice.
Mm. Yeah. So to our viewers out there, what is coming out now on Kickstarter or any other crowdfunding source that we should be paying attention to? Let us know in the comments below, and stay tuned for the December one. And yeah, that's it. Take care, everyone. Be safe. I like pointing at people with this pen, and have a good day.